Hello, everyone. Yeah, it's been a long time since I made a video about Canada. Yeah. So today I want to speak about a year in Canada. I've been in Canada now for 6 years. It's been an exciting journey. I'm learning a lot of things that I didn't know when I was in South Africa. So, 1 year into Canada, so I finally gotten in one of my videos, I told you how I migrated to Canada. So you might want to go back to that video and actually hear how I came to Canada. So I'm finally in Canada, our day one of arriving in Canada. We checked into a hotel. We stayed in a hotel for 3 days before we moved into an Airbnb, plus minus for an Airbnb. We budgeted about 20,000 rand, which is about $1,800 Airbnb for the month. Yeah. So after the Airbnb, we got an apartment. And I already told people that the apartment that I was staying at, it is not the kind of apartment that I would have stayed at if I was in South Africa. Remember, I came from South Africa in Cape Town. It was a wonderful place. It's an elite place. It's more like very posh kind of a place. It's a very big city in South Africa. Maybe I'll talk about Cape Town one time. Yeah, so I'm there. We rented an apartment. Yeah, so it was so crazy. So we lived in Ottawa. Ottawa is the capital city of Canada. So when we moved into that place, we didn't even know what kind of place we are moving into. The apartments were not air conditioned. There were I didn't even know that in Canada there were mosquitoes. You know, um, in Cape Town, there are no mosquitoes. And even if you see a mosquito in Cape Town, it will not bite you. So, yeah, we didn't even know. So, that's one of the things that we didn't know. Um, Another thing is that we had lowered our expectations. So, if you are relocating to another country, doesn't mean, I don't care which country you are relocating to. If you are relocating to any country, lower your expectations. Because if you do not lower your expectation, a heart attack will kill you. Especially, I'm talking to my brothers from South Africa because you guys are very comfortable there and you're living large. All of a sudden, somebody calls you to say, oh, I want to relocate to Canada. You even want to ask them, did God speak to you about coming to Canada? Because really, if you are not led to relocate to any country, you live luxury in your own country to come to a place where you are generally starting from scratch. Like you're literally starting from scratch. So it was a big challenge. I want to tell you a secret. First year where I stayed, I discovered that the place had bed bugs. Oh, bed bugs issue. I discovered that there were I've never seen bed bugs in South Africa. I lived in South Africa most of my life. I don't know what a bed bug looked like. I only knew when I came to Canada, mainly because of their weather and the fact that, they have a long winter. They don't get a lot of sun and whatever. I don't know. But I've never seen a bed bug. That was my first time. Call me cheese girl or whatever. I don't know what you want to call me, but I had never seen a bed bug. Oh wow. It was just so crazy. So yeah, so lower your expectations, come with a lot of money. Also the fact that the currency, when we came to Canada, it was $1 to 10 rand. Now it's $1 to like 13 rand. So lower your expectations because your money will not go far in as far as, the way it does. One of the things that I'll tell you, when it comes to show, so I told you about the apartment that it was not up to the kind of standard that I wanted. Number two, the shopping, the food. Every time we would go shopping, we will compare, you know, try to translate the money. For instance, if you go and buy bread and bread is $4, you will say 4 multiplied by 13. So which means that for bread, you are paying 52 rand. So stop comparing. It is not comparable because otherwise you will die of heart attack. I'm laughing because, you know, and then the third thing, so I came from South Africa. I was driving a Mercedes-Benz E-Class. And how I sold it, and I sold it close to nothing. It's a story for another day. So here I was working, yeah, part of the life, you know, in Canada. So I was working, but you know, the transport system is good. It's very, very good. I was using a bus to take me from the apartment to go to school and to come back. I got a driver's license the second month of my stay in Canada. Let me tell you why you need a driver's license. You see, it's better to have a driver's license because cars are not too expensive. You can buy maybe a second-hand car. The insurance is expensive though, but it's better than, you know, using Uber or any other, like, I don't want them to beat me. Let me say taxi. Yeah. It's better than using a taxi. Although it's handy to use Uber, to use Lyft, or to use YouRide, or whatever ride you are using until you are settled in Canada. So that is the third thing that I said. So I was working. The fourth thing is that you miss family. Yeah, I'm very big on family, so you miss family. So one of the things that was a challenge for me is that I missed family a lot in my first year. And the last thing that I want to say is that I acclimatized very quickly. So I adjusted very quickly. I never took it like I'm suffering. For me, it was just an adventure. I love traveling. So when I came to Canada and I was using a bus, it gave me an opportunity not to drive because I didn't know the place and just to get used to knowing the routes that they were taking. So it was good for me either way. You know, when I came in, I studied something and I'll talk about it in my next video. God bless you. So I'm going to recap. So number one, lower your expectations. Number two, come with a lot of money to Canada to settle down, especially if the currency difference, you know, if there's too much currency difference. Number three, Canada is experiencing a housing crisis for immigrants. So houses are expensive. So landlords are able to push prices so high that sometimes it's not affordable. So a place that you will normally stay at is not a normal place where you will stay in. So if you are not prepared emotionally, unless if you have made a lot of money in your country, then what I'm saying might not even affect you. You know, for some of us, we had made money, but not lots. Yeah, and then going to the shop, don't convert the money all the time. You will have a heart attack. Number four, don't mind if you're walking. Take it as an adventure. If you're using a bus, the transport system is very good, especially in Ottawa. Yeah, so we settled in Ottawa in first year of coming to Canada. So yeah, that is my story for the first year of coming to Canada. Yes. If you have any question, you know, some people have questions, but they don't want to ask. Please ask. There's space for comments there. You know, if you are planning to relocate, this is my first year in Canada. 2019, how it went. Yes, the year went very fast. Yeah. Okay. Bye. Write something in the comment box.